I have boss fight music inside of circuits. I don't. That is not the only Sonic the Hedgehog, like early Sonic game that has that dun, 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 like, you know, that melody to it for some reason. That was Mystic Cave Zone from Sonic 2. Iconic bassline. 1844, what? Gonna be playing Control. Okay, Donald Glover, would you like to send one more message before I ban you?
Oh shit, is that the Dong Lover?
Sad face, that's okay. I enjoy seeing the sad face. You deserve this. Goodbye forever.
I do like that you give people like final words.
Like, I don't even know what 1844 means.
It's Nazi shit.
Like, I was like, oh, 1844, is this like, my first instinct was, is this you know, is this some Nazi shit? Is this some sort of, are they doing a racism? But I was like, okay, well, it's just 4 numbers. I don't know what happened that year. I don't know what the hell that means. I give them the benefit of the doubt. And then they just have black quotation marks of people. It's like, okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
First impressions mean a lot. They matter. IDK 1840. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I don't know why they're still dog whistling, dude. Trump is actively calling for using the fucking military to on bureaucrats in America. He's like, the mask has been off. He said he was gonna deport legal immigrants for eating cats and dogs that they never did. Like, what? No, there's like way worse shit. Oh yeah, he said he was gonna put you in jail. He said people who demean the Supreme Court, or I don't even know if it was the Supreme Court, but people who demean certain judges should be in jail. It's like, no, we are full on Nazi. Like, you don't have to dog whistle, dude. Like, you'll fit right in, not in my chat, but you'll fit right in on Twitter if you just like say you want to kill all black people or something like that. Like, I was about to say it's fine. It's not fine, but like, it's normal at this point.
Wait, I need to hold on. They got the number wrong, in fact. The number is 1488, not 1844.
Amazing.
Because 88 is the HH, Hail Hitler. Like that's bullshit. 14 is some other part of it, like saying thing.
I'll be playing Control. October's over halfway over, and I want Avery to be able to play Alan Wake 2, at least start Alan Wake 2 before the month is over. So I gotta get through these DLCs. He has $100 of stuff in my TV. I don't know how much mine's worth. Probably maybe similar amount. I don't know.
I opened 2 things last night on stream, and they were both not worth that much.
Holy shit, what a dumbass. Dude, I got another fucking person telling me you will never be a woman on Tumblr. And I'm like, yeah.
Most people have like the brain cells of a potato.
I want to like, I really want someone to say that to me in real life. Because like, when I tell someone I'm a fucking, like, I don't identify as a woman, I'm a man. They just like disappear, because it's like, what do you say to that? It's just like, you know, you've completely and utterly fucking failed. But like, if someone did that in real life and I just was like, yeah, no, I'm a man. I want to see them squirm, you know? Like, I just want to see what shape their face makes. Alright, Avery, I might need you to help guide me through this fucking game. What is my...
I would love to.
What is my objective?
I would happily guide you through this video game.
Do I not have an active mission right now?
You do.
Is it I gotta go to a place?
I'd help, but you know.
I don't know. What is this icon? Is that not this? I don't know. Do you remember what the last thing I accomplished was? I think I have to
You have to locate the 4 things.
I did one of them, I think. Did I?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I just keep exploring the map then. But I don't know.
I'd help, but you know.
Transphobes are legit the weirdest bigots I've ever interacted with. Oh my god, they're such losers. Like, guys. Bigots are the biggest you see the... Hang on.
Yeah. 2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jupiter Trumpstein boat parade, man. There we go. Let's see it. My Pillow 1488 motherfuckers.
Hey, yeah, they got there it is. They got it wrong.
Motherfuckers. Look at those beautiful swastikas. We gotta make America white again. Fuck yeah. Hail Trump. White power.
Like you can hear the number of brain cells in these people. They're fucking losers. It's incredible. Every single time. Like you don't, if you have a healthy life, you don't become like that. You have other stuff. You play video games, you hang out with friends, I mean those people probably also play video games, but like you hang out with friends, you have friends.
How many L's do you have to be on to support both like the fucking Confederacy and the Nazis? Like, my dude, those guys lost both wars that they were in.
Yeah, no, they are like definitionally losers.
We're on the side of the loser.
What's the button to change my... There it is.
It'd help, but you know.
Can I stop existing? Can I, like, do the... yeah. Give me you.
Give me you.
Give me your you. Oh, there we go. Man, all of this is... okay. Is it done? Jesus Christ. What's the goddamn button for the weapon mods? Okay. I need to dismantle. Dismantle. Just destroy all. Okay. I'm not gonna spend money on keys. I got 2 blah 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 numbers. I don't care about numbers.
That's why I want to gamble.
Extra headshot. Demog. Yeah. It's another version of that. Ammo cost per shot. This is quite bad. Lower ammo cost while levitating. Rate of fire. Yeah, that's good. Personal moments. Fuck. Why did I press that button? Okay. I got a level 3 health recovery per element pickup. And I get a level 4 health recovery per element pickup. Nope. I'm just gonna get rid of many things. Duplicates, I guess? I will remove duplicates. I don't even think that was a duplicate. It's fine, I don't care. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Okay. You don't care about numbers, even when number is money? Not when it's me losing money. Okay, so I guess I'm done up here.
Maybe.
Crossroads. There's also warehouse tunnel and warehouse rise, which I believe we have done already. I guess, maybe, I don't know.
Warehouse was the location you were in prior.
We probably did the thing, so let's go to the question marks on the map. I already have an MF Doom helmet. Avery gave me one. It's not strange, though. Or, I mean, unusual, I mean. I got that crippling debt riz. Every now and then I remember that I am in $5,000 in debt to big college. But, interest has not really been a problem so far. So far. I ain't paid a fucking dime on that. I'm just like, maybe Kamala Harris will be able to cancel it. I don't know. She said she's gonna, legalize weed. Which is like, fucking finally a presidential candidate who has a chance of winning is running on that. I think that'll earn her some votes. I already sent in my ballot through mail. Can't go there. You need to use a combination of 2 by the white sperms and numeric symbols. Press this 14, which is shortened for the 14 words. Slogan the second is 88, which stands for that. Okay. I forget what the 14 words is about. Is it a race thing, or is it a Jewish thing? I don't believe I've gone here. Yeah, no. It's similar to the last one, but different looking. This is just really cool.
I wish I could see it.
Man, you didn't mention anything.
I mean, I kind of hinted at it when I said I would help, but...
You think I understand hints right now?
Very true. Even though I made the hint like 14 times that I cannot help, because I cannot see the game. There we go. Now I can see the game.
Did you see what Michael Moore posted where he encouraged Biden to do a bunch of gnarly shit like putting the Supreme Court justices in prison, closing Guantanamo since Biden was getting criminal immunity? Dude, so many fucking people should be in jail. Like, oh my god. Like, oh my god. Sedition is like a thing that we're supposed to enforce laws against. Like, I don't, you wouldn't even have to, like, break the rules or anything to put a lot of these people in jail. You just have to not be a fucking pussy. Guantanamo's open against Cuba's will. US will pay rent and Cuba will be like, we don't want rent, we want you to leave. Oh. That's where Ron DeSantis goes for vacation. Whenever he needs to, see some people getting tortured for fun. Stalactite. Where do those sparks come from? Yeah, Biden is a bitch ass, unfortunately. This looks like a dead end. What we got? Shield injury, energy recovery. Wow. Okay, didn't mean to. Biden tried to do the student debt thing. I know. And then Republicans were like, no. It's fucking. Can we? Oh my god. This shit. I can't wait until this election is over, man. And God, I fucking hope Kamala wins, or else it's gonna be stressful. It's gonna be annoying. You know what? Like, one of the biggest fucking things I hate about Republicans is, like, the most annoying thing. The most, like, ugh. God, like, the most, you wanna, like, Homer against Bart strangle someone whenever this shit happens, is Republicans always vote against things that they later claim the Democrats should have done. The Democrats should have helped more in the hurricane relief. Republicans voted against giving FEMA more money. That's another example. The fucking border bill that Republicans and Democrats both agreed on, that Trump was then like, no. And he, like, called up Republicans and were like, no, you better fucking vote no on that, or else I, won't have an issue to run on. And then, of course, blaming the Democrats for leaving. Like, it was Trump's fault that the border was left in the state it is currently in, and then he blames the Democrats for it. And every single one of his supporters fucking believes him. And it doesn't matter if he pointed out to them. It doesn't matter. And it's genuinely just so depressing to me at this point how much it just doesn't matter. Like, guys, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I was telling her that Trump, like, he straight up said the way certain people demean certain judges, they should be in jail. Like, he's straight up calling for the imprisonment of people who criticize the government. I need to see if that broke. I had a glass implement in a precarious position and it is now broken, but luckily I had another one. It just kind of passively fell down eventually. I'll clean that up later. Yeah, I pointed out to her that Trump called for the imprisonment of political dissidents. I've also pointed out to her that he is a convicted rapist, like he was found guilty in a court. There's strong evidence he fucking admitted on, like, there is a recording of him saying that he grabs women's vaginas without their permission. He's on microphone. And like like she actually bit the bullet. And like I got her to kind of stop the bullshitting, and she could just straight up acknowledge that Trump is a rapist who wants to be a dictator, who is like promised to be a dictator, who will imprison political dissidents. But she still is going to vote for him because she thinks we need a strong man leader for World War III. That is what she said to me. Like, she's genuinely okay with him being a dictator. And
like, she knows what caused World War III, right?
And, what do you do? Like, she's gone. And there's so many other people like her. Like, some of you probably know family members or, like, you know, distant cousins or, like, people online with family members who are exactly like this. It's like, they're completely just broken. Like, you can't fix it. They refuse to allow you to teach them anything. And it's like, shit just will not change until they die. Like, they're just gonna be like this until they die. There's nothing that can be done about it. Not all of them are this far gone, but like, she is gone, and a lot of people are gone. Like you think Marjorie Taylor Greene, there's like any reality whatsoever in which she could possibly ever come back from where she is? No, like, it's not gonna happen. And that's really depressing to me. I come from here. Yes. I can fix her. No, man, I've been trying for, I think, literally half my life. I've been trying to fix her. And like, there's sometimes I think I'm like making progress a little bit. Like, dude, there were times where I got her to agree that, like, and I probably still could get her to agree that socialist policies like worker co-ops and stuff like that, you know, universal healthcare are good things. But then she's just completely in the Republican zone. And there's just no getting out of that. She is too far deep. She has reached the bottom and continued digging. I made him friendly right before he exploded, so it didn't hurt me. Geico. I don't know if my mom is why would I even acknowledge that fucking message? Never mind.
Why do we let Geico go?
I don't know. Please go kill that guy up there for me. This hurts the Mako. please. There's fall damage in this game. 0 to 100, how far down the Mako pipeline would you say your mom is? She's willing to admit that he's not perfect. So about like, okay, so if 50% is like you support him even though you know he's a clown, but like you think he's good for the economy or the border or whatever, and you think he'll ultimately be better than Harris. If that's 50% being down the Trump pipeline, she's like 85, I think. Something like that. And like it's only been getting worse. And we have been seeing these people getting radicalized in real time. We've been seeing the mask come off from like all these people in the media just like being openly fucking the worst. I'm all the way back. Yep, okay.
Jesse, hey!
Emily, how did she get down here?
Fine.
What are you doing down here, Emily?
What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
No.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that's right. You didn't.
God, the facial animations in this game are so uncanny.
Come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride. The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is
like the way their mouths move is
fascinating?
completely wrong,
I never
right?
even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanded beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane.
Like something about
Funny,
her face in
I think it's
particular
put itself back together a bit.
is very wrong.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. Do you think Darling knew about this?
I'd put money on it. That reminds me, have you seen Marshall?
Yeah, it's like her
She
mouth, her
contacted
lips
me over
don't
the hotline,
close
but
even when she does like
then I
B
saw
and
her
M
walking
sounds.
I haven't seen her.
It's
The hotline only connects
it's not
to extra
good.
entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jesse. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes. All the tests I run on the nail keep coming back as nonsense, and a couple of my instruments have already broken.
Maybe we should take that as a sign to back it in?
I didn't take you for a photo, Dr. Saba. There's a reason why the blind block.
You're up on this rock. Kill that man. Why he just in this hole? He has become a friend. Okay, now that you're not in a combat, should I tell you that you're muted?
Oh my fucking god, why did you wait?
I didn't want to distract you and have you have to do the fight again.
I wasn't gonna be distracted, that was not hard.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to...
Jesus Christ, and chat didn't say anything.
Like, I first thought you were just being quiet, then I opened up Discord and was like, no, you're muted.
Floors?
And then I like opened up the stream audio
What was
and
the
was
last
like...
thing I said? Like, what was the last message I responded to? Also, what did Jesse just say?
Jesse just said... This area looks newer. Is it from the upper floors?
I just figured you were locked in. No, not really. I was, like, not having trouble at all. Interact with that computer. one of these. Love the just like solid rock.
The collapse department.
This game has a really good art style.
There's something behind that hiss barrier.
I was even talking about before you're muted. Talking about the weird face rendering. Oh my god. God. Yeah, I think I muted myself to cough or something and I just forgot to unmute. But yeah, I was like, yeah, no, this is not the default uniform. I just like it better than the one because normally you have a fancy suit, but it looks stupid as hell in my opinion. Shooting at shadow people because the bad frequency got in them. And they're bad now. I don't know what hobby tunneling is. Is that just where you dig tunnels for fun?
People love to dig tunnels.
Alright, Avery. It's time for you to read, if you want.
To whoever finds this, I'm containment processor designer Gene Gibbs, and I'm writing this to document the largest building shift to ever occur. Here are the facts. A considerably large section of the containment sector, including the processes and protocols offices, our research facilities, and a fair chunk of the fire break, have been yanked down to a chasm that reaches far below lobby level, I think. It was a violent shift. I regret to report several casualties. Injuries were sustained by all, but many of us, including myself, are still mobile. We've set up a base camp, started triaging. There are low supplies. Explored our surroundings and found caverns of all things. Maybe there's some kind of cave threshold, like the quarry? Wherever we are, we're not the first. There were some rusty power cores, old lights, signs, infrastructure. What is this area used for? Why did they seal it off? Why have we never heard of it? More importantly, how are we going to get out?
Project Stargate sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I've heard of it actually. Maybe just because I've heard of the show. Or...
I need a ranger sent to this location stat.
Nice to see a director out in the field.
Oh, okay.
You have a boy now.
Okay, sure. Kiev.
Sorry, I'm not a full potato.
A series of reverberating sounds observed in downtown Kiev with no clear point of origin. The event was witnessed by the city's general public. Mental and physical symptoms were reported, including aphasia, sleep paralysis, and excess shitting in the reported individuals. Due to the brief nature of the event, Overseas Bureau agents were not able to respond while it was active. Immediately upon arrival, agents collected audio recordings taken by local witnesses. All Bureau monitoring stations located at global junctions of acoustic amplification were directed to monitor any auditory events of similar pitch, wavelength, and duration in an effort to trace echoes or epicenters. The following week, similar cases were reported in both various amateur sources and Bureau stations in major cities across the globe. Subsequent events diminish in volume and frequency per each occurrence. The event is believed to be generated by planar friction, though this is not confirmed. Okay. Yeah, Geico, I don't believe that they actually got results properly. If they did, it was a coincidence or something, like there's no fucking way. Yeah, get him. Yeah, get him. This is a cool area.
Yeah. Real data entry. Lock him in the face.
Can I like exit the... I didn't want to kill that one.
You blew it up.
They did, lol. They did what? Yeah, just casually letting me a 29-page CIA document. Yeah, sure, I'll just skim this real quick. No. Another one.
This is the director. I need a ranger at this location immediately.
Before I even finished, like, I need a range. He came in before I said what I needed. I'm amassing an army. Why can't I grab the... Oh. I was out of juice.
I'm upset that your employees don't ever think like, don't you guys think it's a little fucked up that our boss can mind control people?
Yeah, it's fine. I got him. What a tizzy we have in this here environment.
What a vision we have in this environment.
I would like the... I forgot about the fucking fall damage.
Broke your ankles.
I also have an hour-plus source video on the topic, but TLDR, the US Army psychic soldiers existed, lol. You're full of shit, Geico. Don't just lol that like I'm wrong. Like you're full, like...
This is Director Faded.
You're full of shit.
At this location.
I don't care what they said, they're full of shit. I have sources. I don't care. Your sources are full of shit. There's no fucking way.
Like, I do not doubt that the CIA ran this experiment, and I also wouldn't doubt that they might come to a conclusion like that because that's how people do science. They like to get the answer that they're happy with. But
yeah, do you know their methodology?
I doubt that they actually were able to like prove on statistically significant that psychic links can work.
Occam's razor, okay? What is more likely? That shit was actually real or that some asshole lied about it? Same thing with the Bible.
Mako, always having to bring it back to religion.
No, I mean, like... Well, okay, when I didn't actually specify the entire thing I was talking about. Specifically, the argument that I always bring up to Christians who believe in hell, of like, what do you think is more likely? That a loving God would torture people for all of eternity, or that some asshole made it up and then wrote it down in the Holy Book? And to me, like, if you say the first one, you're a fucking psychopath, in my opinion. But that is a tangent. think I'm doing it. Who wants this? You. This game is difficult at times.
That's called instinct, Geico. You just have it. Instinct is real. Trust me.
You know, Geico, what if they just lied? Like, they could have just made it up.
The sources, I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, like, that to me is so much more likely than the idea that, like, there's some fucking mechanism by which matter that arranges itself into the form of a human brain is able to transmit information across distances, like, external to its own body. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You think that's more likely than some guy made it up? And oh yeah, that was why I brought up the Bible thing, because in my opinion, it seems like way more logical that hell wasn't a thing invented by humans than the idea that God would actually create a place like that.
You should explore this area thoroughly.
Well, this guy is, like, fine. So is this... Wait, that's the same... How did you... I didn't even notice him, like... If that was true, if psychic linking was true, we'd know. This would be huge. I mean... Unless you need, like, super special CIA equipment for it. I don't know. I mean, I do know.
Remember that person who, like, those people that believe that you can,
No. I'm sorry. Whatever you're about to say. What? Okay, say it real quick.
Those people who, like, believe that they can, like, jump their minds into alternate dimensions where fictional things are real.
You mean
And,
Terrence
like,
McKenna?
I don't know who people's names are, but like that one person who thought that they can jump into the world of Harry Potter and killed Draco, and now we're not sure what to do because they killed somebody.
What?
Yeah, the reality shifting bullshit that was on TikTok.
I don't know what... Okay, let me just read chat. Mako denying legit scientific processes because it contradicts his worldview. I should fucking time you out for the hubris you are displaying, Geico. You are acting like I am the irrational one, and when you are arguing for the existence of fucking... Explain to me, what is more likely? Like, Geico, answer this goddamn question. What do you think is more likely? That there is some hidden mechanism by which matter, which arranges itself into the shape of a human brain through, like, chemical reactions and physics, is somehow able to transmit its, like, electrical impulses through space in a controlled manner and, like, transmit information that it is not physically connected to in any way that we can see, or that they all made it up.
Okay, so even taking into account that guy's using a fucking Lewis gun.
Oh yes, the dinner plate.
Why is he using a Lewis gun?
They all
anyway, because they need to use weapons that are old, because that's actually a really cool detail that they're using old weapons because the oldest house doesn't like new technology. Anyways,
I do
back
want to
on
see
topic.
Geico's response, but yeah, what?
Geico, ignoring
Maybe
what you're saying about, like, it's a scientific, it's been done with the experimentation. I would like to see it done with rigor. I would like to see another group try to replicate this experiment and get to the same conclusions that the military CIA apparently did. Because, like, if it's only one person saying this, you can conclude anything based off the data if you want to draw that kind of conclusion.
Yeah, like, dude, if you know about this, other scientists know about this, and, like, people have probably would have tried, like, and scientists, like, most of them cannot resist publishing. Like, if some independent researchers or something, like, was like, oh, yeah, I know how to try this, I'll do it, like, I'm pretty sure that would have happened.
There's at least one scientist I read about who all they do is try to replicate science that they thought is bullshit and to show why it's like wrong.
Geico,
using rigor.
Geico, you are falling into a trap right now. This is I don't know, this is like a logical fallacy. I don't know if there's a name for it, but it's where you like give a platform to something completely fucking stupid and then act like people need to be like, oh, consider both sides of it. Like, as if the debate... This is like back, you know, the debate between evolutionary theory and, like, pure creationism, like God created man on the first day, whichever day he did it. That should never have been a debate. That was just... And, like, there were people making the same fucking arguments as you were being like, oh, you're just gonna deny creationism outright just because it contradicts your evolutionary worldview? You're not even gonna consider it? It's like, no, fuck you. You made that shit up. I don't... Like, why should I consider that? When it makes no goddamn sense and is completely inconsistent with all of reality, and no one else has ever talked about it, and there's no, like, scientific consensus that it's real.
Yeah, I would love for it to be real. It would be very interesting to understand like the implications of it. But I would love to see a more rigorous repetition of the experiments by other groups with other means to see if it is a repeatable thing or if it was just a statistical anomaly.
Guy, I mean, you don't have to be mean about it. Check. Something I actually really want to theme my channel around going forward in the future is, like... Anyone see... Okay. This is who I want to be. Hang on, I need to show all of you. Am I gonna get... Is this gonna, like, block if I show it?
Houdini was an illusionist who went out of his way to prove that, espers who spoke to ghosts were bullshit.
Alright, Avery, I'm just gonna show this to you.
Bullshit, man.
I think I've mentioned this before. I don't know. I haven't seen this in years.
To be a magnet.
Well, what superpower would you like, then?
I came up with one. I'd be bullshit, man. There's so many meetings going on where you know people are bullshitting. I'd just like to walk in. I wouldn't need a special costume. Just dress like this. And I'd fly in. I'd go, bullshit. You're talking bullshit. And they'd go, oh, it's bullshit, man. And I go, yeah, it is bullshit, man. You're talking bullshit. And eventually, people would stop talking shit.
This is who I want to be. That is... I don't even know if I would need to play the rest of it. Well, hang on.
That could take off. I quite like... I mean, I know you said you didn't want a costume, but if I could get a little costume for you, what colour would it be?
People hate this guy, right? I don't know how people feel about this guy. I assume people still love him unless like he did something horrible, and then the other guy is Wheatley, so you know.
A costume.
No, but you don't need it, but if I got one for you, what would it have?
No, I don't.
Okay, no, it doesn't matter. I want to be that. I want to like be like, guys, get a fucking grip. Why are we considering these things that are so logically irrational to consider? It's like the flying spaghetti monster thing. It's the burden of proof thing. It's like the reason I consider myself an atheist instead of an agnostic. You know, it's yeah, technically you can't know that there's no God, but like I know there's no God because it doesn't make any goddamn sense for there to be one. So like and I'm not gonna let people who have made up stories assert that there's some sort of debate to be had. Jaden, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try not to be mean to you, but like these are my honest to God feelings. Pardon the, not the pun. I don't know. My point is like, if someone tells you, hey, you can't prove there's no flying spaghetti monster, like the correct response is, yeah, but like there's no fucking flying spaghetti monster, at least not in our solar system, okay? And if there was, it's only as the result of like an infinite universe with infinite possibilities. But listen, the point is, there's some things that are not worth consideration, and it's not because you dismiss them out of like listen, Geico, I am extremely inquisitive and open to changing my mind about things in general. okay? But there are things that I believe and I know, and when I believe something, it's because I know it, okay? It's because, like, I've thought about it. It's because, like, I have tripped on psychedelics while thinking about it. It's because, like, I don't need to consider the idea of ESP because everything I know about the universe is like, there's no room for that kind of shit in it. Like, it wouldn't make any sense. We are a bunch of particles bumping around. There's no, like, external, like, what could possibly give us that power, you know? Just doesn't make any sense.
I wanna answer something that it seems Jaden and Geico are talking about when it comes to random chance and Occam's razor. In general, if something seems like it is anomalous, odds are it was random chance. Like it's happened with me and Mako when doing things before. Sometimes I will just guess something that's going to happen. Odds are I probably just randomly guessed that and did not somehow have a psychic way of knowing that. So, like, that's just Occam's razor. But you are correct that there is a point at which random chance becomes unlikely. If 100 people in a row are able to, correctly guess something, odds are it's not random chance, but there is something there, but it's probably not what you're thinking. So, like, you mentioned before that one of the ways they were testing this was they got people who were not in a location to correctly guess the location of something they had no prior knowledge of. And it could be the case that maybe there is some sort of psychic link between people. Or it just so happens that humans determine where to look first in a similar way, and it just so happens that that's where the thing was. People determine the order of their investigation in a specific way that might be due to how they were raised or the situations that they were up and given there, whoever was being tested.
I need to
and that's how they found the wreckage.
I need to respond to Geico. Mako, this is the CIA and the U.S. Army's word against yours. First of all, my word is worth more than the CIA and the U.S. Army's, okay? Fuck those people. Second of all, it's not about it. You're doing it again, Geico. You're putting something up for debate as if it has room to stand on, as if it, like, even deserves to be in the room. Okay? You're like, oh, well, these guys say it, and it's their word versus yours. It's like, my word is better. Okay? There's more logic behind my word than there is behind theirs. This isn't a matter of, like, credentials. This isn't a matter of, like, he said, she said. This is a matter of basic logic. It is 2 + 2 = 4. Or at the very least, 2 + 2 is extremely probable to equal 4. Like,
Can you restart your...
I'm not saying it's, like, it's impossible. I'm just saying I'm 99.9% sure it's impossible. Yeah, I'll restart my stream for you.
Saying that just because it's the U.S. Army and CIA that did the experiment, like, that is, again, just an appeal to authority. You need that rigor. You can't just assume because this person is a, like, well-funded organization who has, like, a lot of researchers. You can't just assume, oh, they're not going to be biased, or, oh, they're not going to,
Hang on, you need...
on?
Fuck. What was I saying? You need to... The sentence started with you need to... God damn it, I don't remember. Let me put it this way. Perpetual motion is bullshit, but if someone managed to, like, actually build on that work, then I'm not going to deny it based on my pre-existing notions. But the logic...
If they actually build it, there's tactile proof!
Yeah, but, like...
It's in front of you!
But, like, there's reason to believe that it's... Like, I wouldn't believe it unless they had mathematical proof, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I would just assume, oh, in 1 billion years it's gonna, like, lose a little bit of energy to entropy. You know, like, I would assume it's not actually... If the math says that it's impossible and, like, we don't find better math, then it's probably... I don't know. But, like, in that scenario, I would trust the scientists, unless other scientists say they're full of shit. And I'm pretty sure other scientists are probably saying these CIA people are full of shit. Like, I don't know that, but, like, if I had to wager a guess, I would say that ESP is not in scientific consensus. Here's the thing, you need to, like, propose a mechanism by which this shit could be possible for me to even consider it, I think. Unless you have, like, better proof than, like, oh, 100 years ago or whatever, not 100, however long, this government organization said they found some results on this thing that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, if I had to invent a reason to believe in psychic abilities, I would have to say some shit like, oh, maybe there's aliens in the 4th dimension who, like, reach down into our brains and connect our neurons to some sort of higher dimensional network that is able to transmit information. Like, it would have to be something weird to explain how that could be possible. The military produced stuff of substance to be under wraps. It's not under wraps if you're talking about it to me, Geico! It's not under wraps. Okay. Avery, can you just, like, tell me what I'm supposed to do in this room? Because I've been here for, like, 20 minutes, and, like, part of it is because you told me to explore thoroughly, and I don't want to.
You need to find the room with the painting on the wall. Because you forgot a mechanic in this game. I think you've only ever, like, done it once. You gotta smash it.
Oh. Oh god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, anytime you see a painting like that you can smash it. But it's not this room, in fact. I do not believe it's this room. There should be another room in here.
I don't care about these personal mods anymore. I don't care.
Yeah, who gives a shit about the mods?
It's not gonna be in a dark room, is— oh wait, here we go. Is this also not it?
Nope, not that one. There's gotta be one more in here.
I think my issue is that you're denying it totally, not even being agnostic about the possibility. I just explained why I'm not agnostic about these things. Because you need a logical reason to even consider this shit. There's no reason to consider there's no reason to be agnostic on the flying spaghetti monster. It's just some shit someone made up, and you can say, no, fuck you, I don't believe in that. I'm like pretty damn confident that that is not real.
Yeah, like, humans were blessed with the ability to do both inductive and deductive reasoning. We need both of them to be able to determine what the world is like. Because, like, yes, you can do, like, there's the old saying about, like, you cannot prove that there's not a teapot floating around the sun right now. Like, there's no way you could ever prove that there's not just a teapot in orbit in space that we just haven't found. But you can reasonably deduce that there's not one, because why would it be there? Who put it there? How'd they get it there without us knowing? And it's like, all these other, like, things just kind of patently show that it cannot possibly exist.
Is it in a dark one?
Let me look at the video real quick and see if I can get it for you.
The reason I consider is because there has been a history of actual scientific results from different parties. Geico, you sound like my mom when she's trying to prove, like, Christianity by being like, oh, did you know they found the Ark on this mountaintop? Or, oh, did you know that, the site of Sodom and Gomorrah was radioactive because God, like, nuked it or something? And it's like, every person with some crazy belief has, like, what seems to be some proof until you dig into it a little bit and it turns out it's bullshit. And I'm just like, I'm done digging into it. Like, it's... I'm just like, it's just like, you're coming at me with this crazy bullshit that is, there's no fucking way it's true.
Go back to that room you were at the bottom floor.
Bottom floor.
Is it?
This?
Yeah.
Are we doing a, Great Hollow?
Oh, you're right. I don't know why, but there was supposed to be a poster on the wall, and that's why I was confused by it.
Lucky cat.
Because like the like, remember how like she always mentions like the poster on the wall, and like there was supposed to be a poster of like a cat on that wall or something.
Reddit atheists are correct in spite of being cringe. I believe there is a right and a wrong way to be a Reddit atheist. Like, you don't want to just bring it up and like start an argument when no one wants that shit. But like, if someone comes at you, I think it's okay to be like, shut up, go away, you're full of shit, you made this up.
You may now continue with the adventure.
Yeah. So I came in from here, I think? Yeah. I'm going this way.
This would be a shitty office to work in.
I am going somewhere in this direction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Find an opening.
What? He'll be fine. Atheism isn't cringe, religion is. I've said this before, I'll say it again. There is a way to be a cringe, like, Reddit edgy atheist, but in general, like, don't, like, unless you are being that guy, don't let people tell you you're being edgy by being an anti-theist, because these people believe, at least like the majority of them, 60% or so of Americans believe it is okay to torture people for all of eternity. And that is literally the edgiest belief you could possibly fucking have. It doesn't get any edgier than that.
Bathroom. Elusive. Unknowable.
And don't use Reddit if the Reddit atheists bother you. No. I don't! I use Reddit for, like... I go to Google and I type site reddit.com and then I look up a question I have and I view the consensus. That's how I use Reddit. Oh, checkpoint.
You own this location now. It's yours.
Yes, Notecat. It comes down to whether or not it's forced for the most part. It's like, you know, if you're having Thanksgiving, you don't want to just go in and start debating your grandma on the existence of God. But like, if someone is being forceful to you, then I think it's okay to like really, you know, not hold back with your beliefs.
Oh boy, words!
Oh boy, words.
Gibbs reporting in. It has been 8 days since the collapse and still no sign of any rescue efforts. The Bureau is either completely unaware of our situation or incapable of helping us. Or maybe it's intentional. Not sure someone's seen the Bureau not give two shits about its own hardworking staff when they go missing in this place. I just simply let it slide thinking, oh, at least it wasn't me. Too many, I'm ashamed to admit. Anyway, there have been some developments. Strange crystal began growing through the walls. It seemed to block some corridors, but not others. The path case is always left open, but we're not sure why. Luckily, the crystals keep out the astral spike, which has been hounding us for days. John, Nicolay, and Sarah went to try to find a radio, but never came back. We think the spike got them. I think it's hunting us. Doug says spikes only exist in the astral plane, so what the fuck is it doing here? If we get out of here, I'm hiring a lawyer. These are unsuitable working conditions.
I don't know if they'll let lawyers in here. I don't know if lawyers are capable of going in here. Christo-fascism is more cringe than some random ass Redditors, yeah. Was Stalin an atheist? I wonder what year Like, how many years is it gonna be until America is allowed to have an atheist president? Because it's not yet. There's no way. And it's like, you know, there's probably been some who said they were but weren't actually. Or said they were Christian but weren't actually. But, like, I couldn't run for president because, after saying the kind of shit I say on this stream, I don't think I'd get the Christian vote very well. This is where I go.
Yeah, nothing but a hound dog. Boop that Beepus. Opening the door.
God, I hope we get another Bernie. Man, he felt like he had a chance. It's so fucked up that we had Obama, and then Obama's vice president, and then Obama's vice president's vice president. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, decades of these people. Like, the same people.
Warning. Altered item detected in Transport Bay. Access is prohibited per Safety Regulation 18.A.
So that's the altered item. Looks pretty secure.
Anyway, yeah, I gotta go. I apologize if I went a little harsh on you. It's just like I do really want part of my brand to be about. I say this like the brand is the primary concern. No, like in general, I'm the kind of person who, when I say my brand, I mean like what I'm allowing myself, like the degree to which I'm taking my filter off. I will do so enough. I mean, I don't have much of a filter, to be honest. I kind of just say everything that I want to say. God, what was I just saying? There's so many people, dude. I've listened to so many trip reports, and people are fucking crazy, and like every person has a different idea about how reality works, and some of them are like, it's not just that they're ridiculous and it's like, why would you believe this? It's like they can be harmful to believe in certain things. I think it's harmful to believe in free will, for example, but I know that's a tough pill for most people to swallow. But I'll make a video about that one day. I'm gonna rechat and... Let's remote view your mom's phone number. I believe that believing the government 100% with no doubts is dumb, and I will call it such. I mean, it's not just that. Like I said, there were like other... I don't know. It's just like, we could go down... The problem is, it's not worth going down, like taking the time to go through the proof. Like, that's kind of what it's the main thing. Like, that's a significant part of the, like, you're full of shit, I'm not even going to consider this thing. It's because, like, I don't want to take the time to look at that only to be like, oh, what do you know? It was bullshit. It's like, we get enough of that from Republicans, man.
No power. Typical.
Well, that was anticlimactic. That sounds like a terrible video idea. Shek, you're doing that thing again where you just, like, shit on me for no fucking reason, and, like, what do you mean that sounds like a terrible video idea? Explaining why I think free will is problematic? They hated Jesus because he told them the truth.
Smaller machines.
Like, I know a lot of people like you are gonna be like, but Mako, I'm built different. I'm not a slave to cause and effect. I sometimes decide to do things spontaneously, and that means I'm one of the good ones and I'm not one of the bad ones, because the bad people chose to do bad things and they had a choice and they could have decided to be a good person, but actually they decided to be a bad person. Shut the fuck up. Free will is stupid as fuck.
All of my decisions are based on a small box that I count the number of virtual particles inside of, and then determine my choices based on that.
And a belief in free will, like, I'm gonna go into this stuff in the videos, though. A belief in free will is also a justification for punitive justice. Here's another, like... Even if you want punitive justice, like, determinism means that certain things like jail, like hell, the idea that someone could deserve to go to hell because they were born in a low-income environment and were statistically more likely to commit a crime is like, what the fuck are we doing here? You are the needy streamer overload. I still haven't played that game. I don't know why you're saying that at the moment. My only defense of free will is the fact you're so much as making a video about debating the existence of free will is example of free will at the moment. If by free will you mean the ability for the brain to calculate decisions like a computer, yes, but when people say free will, when people say free will, they use it as a way to justify things like hell. Like, oh yeah, no, some people are bad because they had the choice to be good. Really? Did that murderer have the choice to not be a murderer when they were born with whatever traits causes one to be a psychopath and not care about other people's feelings, and then they were born in a shitty area where they had to rely on gangs for protection and they got involved in one and eventually they got in a gang fight and shot a guy? Like, at what point were they supposed to be like, hang on a second, I should be one of the people who don't do this? If they were capable of doing that, nobody would be the bad people. If people were capable of not going to hell, no one would go to, like, when you start, I know this sounds, I'll put it in better terms when I make the video. Mako, there are people with psychopathy who do, like, choose to not be a murderer. Is that really what you're getting out of what I just said? Are you, like, listening to the points I'm making?
That has nothing to do with the ongoing conversation.
Dude, watching Vosh has made me decide to be so much meaner to my stream chat, because I've seen him be like, what... I used to think he was too hard on his audience, but then, like, over time, I've been like, well, first of all, I thought he was super ban happy, but it turns out he just times people out, like, a lot. Like, not even for that long, really, usually. Which I can respect. I try not to do that too much, because, I don't know, it seems kind of mean still. But sometimes I really want to. But, like, instances where someone is just, like, not engaging with the actual point of what you just try to say and just goes off on a tangent of like, wait, Mako, you like mustard? Why do you fucking hate ketchup? I don't know what you're actually talking about, I just think it's going to be annoying to deal with the response when I have... Okay, you meant... Check, work on your phrasing, please. You saying I think that would be a terrible video idea did not sound like you saying I think that would be a thing that would be annoying for you to have to deal with. That's a very different way of phrasing that, and it made me assume you were just saying it was a shitty video idea that I shouldn't bother doing it. I think it would be a topic that would mildly alienate people and poses an intense reevaluation of a person's idea of reality is probably going to make people upset. Oh, obviously! Check, you think I don't understand... yeah, I'm making a video about Donald Trump. You think I give a shit about backlash, Chuck? Like, to an extent, yeah, but like... No, not really. I'm gonna do what I want to do, I don't fucking care. I appreciate you having like a spine, but respectfully I do think you're at least a little crazy. What, about the determinism thing? Or about the... What am I crazy about, Geico? Geico, you, as the person who just came in here trying to argue for the validity of the CIA ESP experiments, what have I said that is crazy? Explain. There's utility to believing that humans have free will. No, I disagree. I think it's better utility to assume that they don't, and because you treat people better. When you understand that we are all just a bunch of alchemical processes in a big soup of energy, and we're like, we're just fucking particles bumping. We're all just particles bumping into each other. When you realize that, when you truly realize that, it just makes so much more sense to be kind to people, because you realize, oh, like you understand. It's unconditional love when you can look at someone who's done something horrible and realize, oh, they only did this because this happened, and because that happened, and because that happened, and because that happened. Like, underneath it all, the consciousness that is inhabiting that vessel is not, like, evil. It's not, like, evil. It's just that body and that brain ended up responding to the environment in such a way that caused something bad to happen. And that is a much more empathetic way to view the world. Are you just talking about having empathy? Yes. Because the belief in free will is less empathetic than determinism. Because the belief in free will is essentially saying, like, oh yeah, some people could have chosen to be good, but they instead chose to be bad, and therefore I will have reduced sympathies toward these people.
Free will is the idea that your decisions are wholly unrelated to the things that have come before you.
And I'm not saying I act like it's deterministic all the time. Like, is there a moral benefit to Donald Trump being slapped in the face? No. Well, yes, actually. It's because I would find it funny. Never mind. I just disproved my own point.
Like, your brain is a machine that takes all of the information of your past experiences and your environmental factors and comes to a conclusion, and you have no way of altering that because you are the machine that calculates that.
That's not what free will means. What does free will mean to you, Geico? Because to me, free will means, like, whenever I hear people talk about it, it tends to mean, like, oh, the ability to have done something different. Like, I had there was a choice and I could have done this one thing, but I decided to do this other thing. To me, there's no could, there's only what happens. I'd say I believe in free will, but I don't believe in that. Am I just incorrect? What? I don't know.
Like, if you just mean free will is the ability to make a decision in general, like, yes, people can make decisions, it's just the outcome is determined.
Okay, what am I actually doing here?
Presumably. Like, again, this is, it's generally understood that things are probably deterministic. But it's, again, just a theory. You technically can't prove that there isn't random chance involved in, like, things that happen constantly.
Yeah, but that still does not create free will.
I know, but just saying, like, even if people are inherently deterministic by just the fact they are a processing machine, it does not necessarily mean, like, the universe is deterministic.
Shizo is referred to tailless web scorpions. What? My assumption is just the idea that your choices are yours and not dictated by some higher being. I'm the billiard balls crowd. I am still genuinely curious about what Geico's definition of free will is, because it does feel like a lot of people have different ones, and that kind of makes it hard to have the conversation sometimes. Avery, can you figure out the game for me? I don't know what to do here.
Okay, you see this big machine here?
Yeah, I need, like, batteries.
You need to power it.
Right?
Yeah, it needs power.
I, like, can't even reach the...
What shape is this object?
complicated.
Yeah, how would you get something to that chamber there?
Oh, okay, but like I don't even have anything.
If only there was some sort of location where one could find power cores.
Hang on. Oh. Okay. Yay. You make choices based on what happens, but that's like normal to be expected. Yeah, but what I'm basically saying is that there's only one choice to be made, even if it feels like you could have done other ones.
Like, if you can find a way to prove that there is some level of random outcome when it comes to a person's decision making, then I can say there might be some argument for free will to exist. But if the human mind is 100% just based off of your environmental situation and the prior information you have, your decision was always going to be made. Like, if you were given the options of vanilla or chocolate ice cream, no matter what choice you made, that was the choice that you were going to come to. Nothing along the line would have ever been something different.
I think discussion about free will is never any discussion because there's unlimited factors. When discussing an event that happens and link that to free will, the discussion often evolves to what could happen if, instead of what should we do because that thing has already happened. The main problem is everyone kind of has a different definition of it. Like, I don't actually know what Jaden means by free will is the ability to choose. Because when you say choose, do you mean the ability for your brain to calculate decisions based on, you know, physics in a way that was causative and could not be changed, or do you mean the ability to have done something differently? Because there's no such thing as the ability to have done something differently. There's only what has happened and what will happen and what is happening. Is that not believing free will? I've thought about it a lot and assumed that it was just a disbelief in random chance. I'm having trouble following the Shek train of thought for some reason. I don't even think it's his fault, but I'm gonna lower the camera.
Check. Right now, if I offered you ice cream, would you want chocolate or vanilla?
I don't even know if Shek is disagreeing with us, or...
I don't know, I want to make an example.
Mako, let me explain. You could decide to act against your own best interest and self-destruct, whether it's instinct or whatever. Most living things don't do that because there's consequences. So there's some sort of choice. No, there isn't. You... If you do decide to act against your own best interests, it's because a series of neurons fired, and they fired because of internal or external factors. It was cause and effect.
Check answered my question with caramel. So you decided there in your idea that you wanted to say something that kind of went against my presented options because you thought it would be funny, probably. So why didn't you say chocolate or vanilla? Was there an option where you would have said those? Or were you always going to make that joke? Like, you said caramel there for some reason. Why didn't you say chocolate or vanilla?
Geico says, I'm talking to an expert and he's saying you are unaware of the broader studies taking place in this field like blindsight. Tell me his name right now, I'm gonna look him up. Actually, I don't even know, like, I don't know what to do once I look him up. Like, is he known? Probably Jacob. I'm sorry, what do you mean that's a YouTuber. What do you mean expert? I thought you were talking about a fucking scientist. Like, has he gone to college for this stuff? Like, has he written papers? Has he done, like, what do you mean by expert?
Heck, that's exactly my point. Physically speaking, you would have said caramel every time. That was your decision, but it's the only decision you would have ever made. Because there's nothing that would have changed what you getting to that point where you would say caramel to be funny.
Oh, I just remembered what I'm doing. That's right. He is well studied. But he's well studied in bullshit.
Have a bureau full day.
Like, again, I just don't see why I should, like, even take this seriously when it's the same deal with, like, every different religious group who's like, oh no, look at our proofs. And then their proofs all, like, oh my god, contradict each other. So it's like, well, at least one of you is full of shit, and it's probably both. We're all... Like, it just strikes me as another one of those. Another, like, oh no, we have evidence, and sure, it might be compelling when you look at it a certain way. But it's... You know?
Humans can't even reliably tell that they're being watched. People like have like the idea that there's a sixth sense that you could tell that you're being watched. But the reality of the situation is that you only remember the times that you successfully realized you were being watched because you were being watched. Anytime you thought, what if I'm being watched, and you weren't being watched, would, you know,
I want to say...
instantly forgotten.
I want to say...
And therefore, go on.
I want to say real quick, for the record, I do not have anything against probably Jacob. I saw at least one video of his and I remember enjoying it. But I just think, like, I think a lot of people are full of shit and they're still, like, good people and they don't know they're full of shit, but like, I'm sorry, I can't pretend that they're not full of shit. Like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, I'm sure he's, making, just fine, it's fine, it's just like, you're not gonna get me to believe it, dude. Jacob is saying you don't understand what determinism actually is. What? Should we just, like, get in a conversation together? Like, does he want to just talk to me? Because honestly, I'll hear him out, man. I'll hear him out a little bit, because I'm curious why you and him are so adamant about this.
Like, according to what we currently know, humans are probably deterministic. A lot of things are deterministic. I cannot say for certain everything is deterministic because I don't know what the actual physical states of everything is.
Live debate, not debate, discussion. If he wants, like, I'm just saying, I'd be down, because, like, this is a subject that it is interesting for sure, and it's like, oh yeah, no, secret CIA experiments proving ESP. It's like, yeah, it's interesting, even if I'm pretty sure it's all bullshit.
Like.
And I'm curious why you people are so adamant that, like, there is definitive, like, reasons to believe in this.
The actual physical definition of determinism is that if you had all of the information, like, prior to something, and you can accurately determine what's going to happen next. Everything is reversible. You can't go backwards and get anything that has not already happened. And everything that's forwards is just caused by these same rules and laws of whatever the current state of things are. There is no variation down the line. And as I say, while I don't know for certain the universe as a whole is deterministic, humans are pretty dang deterministic.
I would like to know what about determinism he says I have wrong. Determinism. Did I say deterministic? I don't know. Just, I'm mostly curious about that, to be honest. He's playing Balatcher right now. So, is that a no then? You know what? Here, we don't need to. We can just. I love advertisements. Screenshot of Avery. Don't talk over him, Avery.
Hey, you
two wish you could hang out, right?
Pero vivo en España.
Okay, hang out side by side in here.
Fuck, I hit refresh.
Yes, I'm YOLOing it.
Oh, I skipped the ad somehow.
Give me some lucky procs, dude. What's a girl gotta do for some lucky procs around here? That ×1 on misprint was god-awful. We gotta get rid of misprint. Oh my god, he's in the chat. Okay.
I'm in the chat.
I have a feeling that G-Suave is probably misrepresenting both of us so that we both get pissed, which is a classic move. Okay, here's the deal.
Probably.
You can't... Fundamentally, the idea of determinism is that all... I forget which philosopher it was, but one of the demons. It's not... Was it Descartes' demon, I think?
Demon.
Descartes' demon, I think it was. It's one of them. I don't remember which demon it was. Says that, okay, if we have a deterministic physics...
Every time I try to play Control, man.
Then we should, in theory, be able to go all the way back to the universe.
It's just for a little bit.
Yes, I think it's Maxwell's demon. If we go all the way back to the beginning of the universe, and you have all of the knowledge of the starting positions and velocities of, like, all of the particles in the universe...
Is this not Laplace?
You should be able to accurately predict 100% of the things that are going to happen in the universe. That is what determinism is. So the idea of determinism is that we are all made up of essentially little marbles that are flying through space.
Actually,
and
no,
that there is no... There's nothing random about it. It's just that we don't have enough information to predict it. Obviously, quantum mechanics shits on this directly, and that's been a huge problem in... Yeah, I'm getting there. That's been a huge problem with foundational physics and philosophy for a while, of how do we reconcile the fact that one set of physics seems to imply determinism and the other set of physics seems to imply something different. Yeah, there are. They believe in superdeterminism, which is for losers and nerds.
Oh.
And
it might be.
Free will is the idea that you're not actually constrained by that, and there are decisions that you can make in space that are not determined by the velocity, spin, and speed of a hydrogen atom that flew out of a star a billion years ago. Now, what I was saying before you got in here is, obviously, free will is constrained because human beings are constrained by where they were born, their demographic, their cultural intonations. They're constrained by what other people inflict on them. Free will is constrained, obviously. But I think that the idea that it doesn't exist is not very well founded. I would highly recommend...
Please don't be a whole
looking
book.
into the... Yeah, so to me, free will means the ability to have chosen something other than what happened. So... This is like a very rudimentary idea of the concept of free will. I would highly recommend looking into actual academic pro-free will philosophers like Bernardo Kastrup to like really get a grip on this, because I'm not going to be able to do it justice.
Bernardo, I'll have to listen to that later if I decide to look.
Yeah, and that's something that like people at the Quantum Inn have pointed out, is that purely random is the same outcome as being deterministic. But then the other question I have for you is, what differences would we make to construct society around this idea that there is no free will?
Fuck, I gotta get back to my own stream soon, but hang on.
So, okay, there is cause and effect, but there are multiple agents doing multiple causes that have multiple effects. And a conscious agent can do one cause or another cause that then cascades into a domino of effects.
What did he just say? Fuck.
So, I feel like a lot of what you're saying seems to be motivated more from politics, which I consider to be applied philosophy, than from philosophy in a vacuum. Is the vibe that I'm getting here.
What does politics have to do with this?
Because you're determining based on
Can I
like
draw
people's
the red seal,
environments and that
please?
kind of stuff.
No? Okay.
Well, that's
I didn't
sociology, if anything.
Yeah. Sociology is like...
Hear me out, though. What if this was lucky? No, I'm saving it. I'm holding fast, brothers. Yeah. Exactly. Sociology is a little more accurate. From the sociological standpoint, it definitely has more utility to lean away from free will, because I think most generally educated people want to get away from sort of right-wing interpretations of sociology, which is completely understandable. I would say these two things are not the same thing, is what I'm trying to say. Now we're cooking, boys.
I really don't see how they're unrelated at all, but I can't just sit here and have my entire stream be a discussion about this. Unless we're actually getting into a call and like making
I can't believe I haven't accidentally bought a 5th Joker this entire time, by the way. That's a remarkable amount of me paying attention.
Wait for him to see the
Yeah, this was a good conversation. Also, I have a podcast coming out on Halloween where some of these things will be discussed. No 3 of a kind?
See, okay.
Tragic.
Okay. I'm not convinced. I think there could be a very interesting discussion there if we went deeper with it, but nothing he said really convinced me. Like, I don't think... I think he would have had to... I would have had to ask, like, 20 follow-up questions for us to really get to a place where one of us could convince the other. And, as much as I genuinely would love to do that, I need to get through this game. Does God, if it existed, have free will? No. There's no... Free will is inherently nonsensical. The idea that you could ever make something other than the choice that you made, the idea, like... It's either you... There's 3 possibilities here, and actually there's 1 possibility, but there's 3 things people pretend to be possibilities. One is, like, free will determinism, which is that, like, there's no, like, soul inside you, or if there is, you know, some people believe in souls, but, like, even if there is, like, there's no agent inside of you that is somehow able to make decisions based on anything other than what happens to it and what it decides to process. And by decide, I mean, like, it doesn't. It just processes. There is no deciding. Okay? It's like when you lift your arm. Did you decide to lift your arm, or did you just kind of do it? Like, you kind of just, like, you didn't even think about it. You just did it. Okay? That is free will determinism. Does this make RNG purely a simulation of random chance rather than actual random chance? Unless it's... Well, yes, actually. Unless it's done with, like, a quantum computer or something, but even then, there are super determinists who believe that it's not random. I think at the quantum level, it probably is random, which brings us to the second possibility, that, it's not just purely deterministic, that there is a degree of randomness to, how all of these little particles bounce around. If this is true, it does not matter even a tiny bit for free will. For the human brain is fucking, like, do you have any idea how big a brain cell is? The brain cell is like the basic unit for computation, right? Do you have any idea how big it is? How many atoms are made up of it? And like, it's only once you get down to that quantum level of like the things making up the atoms that random fluctuations begin to matter. So it's like you're not going to get a random fluctuation that causes a bunch of brain cells to randomly decide to do a different thing. And even if you did, that would just be random chance. That's not you. There's no agent in you that's deciding to do that. The third possibility is the possibility that there's some sort of agent within or inhabiting you that is somehow able to decide to do this or that in a way that is not just as the result of its environment and its internal state. Avery, where the hell do I go? Like, I'm genuinely not just trying to waste time, like half the time here, by just standing around and talking. I am trying to figure out where to go and I'm not seeing anything. Like, it says I have to go forward and to the left here. But, I can't.
Your stream is paused.
Oh, am I not? Whoops. I just think everything is cause and effect down to your choices is respectfully sillier than people can just choose to be bad.
Restart the stream again.
No, completely the opposite. You need to, like, my belief here is kind of the default state. If we're just going off of how we know the universe works, my belief here is the grounded one. You need to justify how there could be some sort of agent that is able to do something beyond cause and effect. Like, you're arguing for
to be bad.
You are arguing for supernatural forces that are somehow not beholden to the most basic logic. Like, cause and effect is the most basic logic. Like, this is 2 + 2 that you're trying to say equals 5 when you say it's anything other than cause and effect. Or occasional random quantum fluctuations that, like, hell, even if they did manage to work up to the brain level, it would just be random. It wouldn't be like some agent deciding to be good or bad, or whatever. I can't wait for you to debate psi phenomena with him on a podcast or something. Tell him that I would love to, if he ever wanted to, like, do a collaboration or whatever, I would love to discuss determinism with him. The psi stuff, maybe. I haven't looked into it at all. I don't think I'd have much to talk about on that one other than just, like, repeating what I said on this stream.
Go through that window. No.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that. Donald Trump chooses to be bad. Most billionaires in the 1% choose to be bad. Rapists choose to be bad. Elon fucking Musk chooses to be bad. No, Jaden. I understand. I understand that it's comfortable to believe that. Because the idea that Donald Trump is at his heart an innocent soul who was just part of a giant process and was just like taken along with it, like he was on a factory ride, like just responding to his environment, going from A to B to C to D, going along until he became the man he was with no choice at any point to become anything else. I'm sorry, but Donald Trump had no choice but become Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not an innocent soul. When I say that, I mean, like, in terms of, like, there's no guilty agent within any person. There's no thing that decides to be bad. It's just the brain making calculations based on inputs. And the calculations happen according to physics and, you know, quantum mechanics and such.
In general, people are always going to choose the option that increases the benefits for them, weighed against the risks of it being a downside.
Guess I pass. I am very properly trained.
It's because he chooses the actions he did with the upbringing he has that he's just a piece of shit. Well, he chose the actions because of the upbringing he had.
Yeah, he was raised to believe that there are people who are worth less. He was raised to believe that making money was a more important thing than the happiness of other people.
You guys...
And so, like, that just... It's not like he's waking up being like, I think other people should suffer. He's just thinking, I should make money.
To be fair, some people do wake up and say, I think other people should suffer, but again, they didn't have they had no choice but to become evil. Like, that was always gonna happen. It doesn't mean we shouldn't, like, you know, put them in jail. We should, you know, but it's not for the sake of punishing, it's for the sake of making the world better.
So why do people jump on grenades to save their I stated explicitly, it is the thing that creates what is in their eyes the greatest benefit towards them while having the least risk. What a person considers a benefit towards them does not necessarily mean something selfish. It means what they think is the greatest good outcome. Saving your comrades is a good outcome. Saving your pet is a good outcome. Getting a bunch of money for yourself is a good outcome when you think that that is a better good than it is to help other people.
Geico, I'm pretty sure there's departments for a lot of silly stuff. Okay, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch some of his videos if he has videos on this subject, because I'm curious. I'm supposed to be over here. But yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to say. Right, the hell thing. Because I didn't fully finish this thought. Hang on. First of all, you guys already know that what I'm saying is true. You already know the trope about the bully who you look at their house and it turns out that they're abused by their dad and it's actually a cycle of abuse, and it's like, you know, did that bully have the choice to hit you in the face? Well, he would have needed some sort of external stimuli to convince him not to do it, and he didn't get that. So no, he didn't have the choice. He was always going to do that because nothing happened to make him not do that. He was set on the path because of his upbringing. And like, punishing people because they ended up being bad when they had no choice but to be bad is psychotic. Once you realize that, like, I know I'm saying radical shit here, but I'm right. And I'm sorry you guys, like, are having trouble with it, but, like, I'm just right. Like, I'm sorry. If I'm not making sense to you, it's a skill issue.
The issue, Check, is that morals are not an objective thing in the universe.
Oh, I want to press the button so bad, but I want to finish the discussion. They had the choice to become evil. They were more gullible to become evil because we as humans yearning for companionship, which includes evil people yearning for companionship for evil people. But I don't. Again, nothing you're saying disproves cause and effect. Nah, you're wrong.
There's no such thing as an evil person.
Your mom sounds like a MAGA piece of shit, and the fact that you didn't become a MAGA piece of shit is an example of free will. No, Jaden! Jaden, the reason I didn't become a MAGA piece of shit was because when I was like 11 or 12 years old, I went on the computer and I found a video game called I played Sonic Adventure. Okay, you know why I didn't become a piece of shit? It was that I rented Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I'm not kidding. I probably would have, I mean, my mom raised me pretty good. Like, there's other factors that would have led to this, but like, one example of why I am not a piece of shit is because I rented Sonic Adventure 2 Battle as a kid. I got into the Chow Garden. I wanted to look stuff up about the Chow Garden, so I went on the computer and I went on forums for the first time and I got into the internet and socializing and I learned a bunch of stuff and I realized that everything my mom was telling me was completely wrong. And now imagine a version of me whose parents did not let me use the internet. Imagine a version whose mother did not raise me to be kind. I would be worse. If I was born, if you were in my shoes, you walk the same damn miles I do. Listen to Laplace's Angel by Will Wood.
For all of Mako's mom's flaws, her value system is, I think that good people should do good things, more so than it is, I think bad people should be punished for doing bad things.
No, Jaden, I didn't choose those. The photons bounced off of the case of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, entered my eyeballs, jostled the neurons. It went through some algorithms that like decided, oh, this looks cool because like it reminded me of some association I had that I thought looked cool because of some programming that happened to me early in my childhood that resulted in positive stimuli, and I rented the thing. because of that.
Humans really like colorful lights and moving pictures.
Like, you can trace this stuff neuron to neuron, okay? Like, there have been experiments where scientists have, like, hooked things up to people's brains and predicted what they were about to say before they had consciously decided to say it. Okay? And, like, I shouldn't even need to cite examples like that, because, again, this is just logic. It's cause and effect. It's always cause and effect. There could not be anything else. There is one option. Button. This is not an example of me being like, oh yeah, I don't want to, I'm right, I don't want to hear any other object. It's like, no, you people are arguing that 2 + 2 = 5. There's no way around this. And I'm not going to pretend that this is like, there's equal footing here. It's like, I am just right, and I've explained why I'm right. But you guys are having trouble, and that's okay. It's very tempting. It feels like we have free will. It's tempting.
I remember that camera. How the hell did it get out? Are they shooting movies now?
On a sociological level, we choose what we do based on the information we have. On a physical reality-based level, we do what we do on the basis of the category. On the dominion on the physical level. Dominoes. Well, no, we're domino... Check. Sociologically... It's that comes from the it starts with the physics. We're dominoes on a physical level and everything comes from that. Now you're crazy. Full argument. I remember hearing something about those experiments having been redone recently under slightly different conditions, accounting for suggestion or something, and the results were inconclusive. Oh yeah, and I don't need those experiments. I just thought that was like a neat one to cite. But like it's still true. Like there's nothing in the brain that just... How could there be anything other than cause and effect? That's all I'm saying. It's a very simple... I got Alt-Tab. Okay, I'm gonna finish the current batch of chat messages. I'm gonna click on the camera. The way we perceive the world doesn't exactly work with that sort of thing. Maybe we can't fathom that. Starts to... No, you can't... guys, I live understanding that... Like... Not every... listen. If I was being 100% true to my beliefs, I would have complete and total empathy for all things. I would not wish harm on anything unless it was necessary. But like, I want Donald Trump to be slapped. It doesn't like necessarily improve the world. Okay, just for me. Like, if I got to slap Donald Trump, is the world improved? Only in the sense that like I got some satisfaction out of it. But like, if I was true to myself, I wouldn't slap him. But like, I'm gonna slap him because like, free will is something that feels real, and it's very easy to blame and to lose sympathy for people. But I think there are scenarios where it's very important to remember to have empathy for people, such as sociologically. It's important to empathize with people who are born into worse environments in which they are statistically more likely to do bad things. But we understand that we understand that like dude, I'm gonna say it. Oh, I'm saying it. A belief in free will is racist. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay? It's the same thing as sociologically believing that like black people commit more crime because they just decided to be bad. No, they are born into worse environments and are slaves to their environments and what happens in their brains and outside of their brains, just like me, just like you, just like everybody else. And people who are born in rough cities commit crime. And to act like they are, like there's something inside of them that is worse than us because they like decided to commit that crime. No, they are statistically more likely. It's all cause and effect. It's where you were born, it's what happened to you, it's how you were shaped. And the belief in free will is what allows people to believe in things like, oh, these people are just bad because they decided to be bad. And that is a thing used often in racism. I'm just saying, you guys want to be racist? I don't know, it just sounds like you're racist. Mako, free will is constrained by environments and circumstances, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You already heard that bit. What? Was that the one thing probably Jacob said that I didn't hear? If so, I need to go back and listen to that later. Because... What are you talking about? Free will is constrained by environments and circumstances, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Like, well, if it's constrained, it's not just constrained by it, it's dictated by it.
Yeah. By free will, do you mean like a human being free will, or the idea that of like just it's not deterministic in general, everything?
We're not talking about everything. We're talking about...
I know, but like, by saying the free will is constrained by the environments and circumstances doesn't mean just like, yes, that in fact does mean it doesn't exist in the case of people in environments and circumstances.
Yeah.
You are literally...
My point exactly.
Yeah, you are being escorted down a line of stimuli.
There are things that motivate decisions, but it doesn't mean you can't choose at all. What mechanism allows this, Geico? What mechanism, other than the action potential of the neurons that decide to go to other neurons based on how much they are being stimulated by other neurons, what besides that would allow for what you're talking about? I'll wait for an answer. Well, I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm going to click this camera, and then I'll read whatever your answer is. But you better fucking answer me. Free will is a social construct. I will not elaborate. I mean... You're kinda right? It's not necessarily a social construct. It's kind of personal as well. I think it's just something you believe in by default. Like, the brain wants you to feel like you have free will.
He's starting a Swift platform!
Hang on, yeah, look. Okay. I wasn't expecting this. What an exciting chase sequence. I mean, the music's there. Did we do it? Did we... I knew there'd be some gameplay. There we go.
I like this sequence.
You like what?
I like this sequence.
Yeah. Geico, you have not answered my question. I'm okay. That was a good one.
Thought you could lose me, huh? Almost had it.
Damn, camera got hands.
This battle is real.
Mako, the answer is that I'm just not a hard materialist. So you have no answer. You okay? Notice how you cannot even engage with what I'm saying. Like I ask you, like how does your worldview work, and you're like, I don't know. I just believe in this. Cool. Oh, goodbye.
You're too tall for this ride.
Oh, that works. Such a goofy sequence. Mako, I have the brain disease. I can't externalize everything. Okay. Fair enough.
Third act villain!
Are we finally in the third act? Like, I guess this really isn't a long DLC. Did he just fall off and is like slowly dying now? I don't know what hit me. Did I crash into a rock?
I think he just threw a projectile at
Didn't
you.
he like just miss me though? I don't know. Maybe this conversation in itself can be a case study in free will. Well, you see, I am inclined to get sunlocked. I don't have a choice about that.
Through the window.
For whatever reason, there are things in my brain that make it so that when chat starts talking some shit, I just can't stop talking some shit myself. I'm glad you guys stick around despite me being like kinda... You know, there's two kinds of streamers, really. There's the kinds that are like way too nice to their audience, and then there's the kinds that are like me.
Which one am I like?
You're more on my side, I would say. Of that particular aisle. Hello. Friend.
You got a hidden location.
Hang on, let me reach out real quick. I just think all organs have a purpose that evolved over millions of years. The purpose of our brain is to have a consciousness. How is that good for survival? It is a make-decision machine. Yeah, I'm a non-dualist. I don't think the brain made consciousness. I think the brain is just an information processing machine. My worldview is that people are not predestined for shit. Environmental situations can influence the shit out of stuff, but I do not agree with the idea that our world is always gonna be like, well, who said anything about the world always being like this? What? That has nothing to do with what I was saying. But yeah, again, like you don't have an answer for what could allow for things other than the cause and effect of your neurons. New language for immediate publication.
Do you want me to read this one?
No. I learned a brand new language. The fish taught me. You probably don't believe me, so I will prove it. I'm not. I choose to. See? Please publish this letter and maybe other fish speakers will get in touch. They'll be able to read my address even if you can't. Jibinirag, Larry Humbert. For immediate publication.
Health boost. You got a secret. You got a health boost secret. Think of all the health you could be getting.
Hang on. I feel like it has something to do with energy and consciousness allowing for consciously using energy to affect things. By what mechanism, though? When you say allowing for consciously using energy to affect things, what the fuck does that mean? How is it doing that? How are you doing that? Racism wasn't always going to exist because deterred some ancient person just decided anyone who wasn't white deserved to die. Some people dumb cheap users even know we have to deal with the effect. But again, Jaden, you're ignoring environmental factors. Like, why would there be anything other than environmental factors and the genetics that create your brain in a certain way? Like, it's nature and nurture. What is this third thing you keep vaguely gesturing at and then not explaining at all? I defy the materialistic paradigm. There's legitimate work done on psi phenomenon. It has not even if all of that shit is true, it has nothing to do with free will, and it's not at all disprove me. Like, it's cause and effect. I don't know how many times I need to say it's cause and effect. And not a single fucking person has a coherent like, alternative for cause and effect, because there is no possible coherent alternative for cause and effect. Other than, like, the idea that on the base quantum level, random possibility is perhaps the default state of things. That makes sense to me. That could be true. But that's a very, very microscopic level. It does not have anything to do with us, really.
Yeah, it would not work on the macro scale.
I just went the wrong way, didn't I?
I think you're going a decent direction. I think the way you intended to go was down the stairs in another room.
Oh.
Action Max Camera, AI-80-UE. Background. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after a hospitalized mailman from Arkansas claimed his injuries had been caused by a movie camera. Further investigation connected the incident to AI-80, which was being shipped in a mail truck at the time. The packaged camera was later found in an empty warehouse. A return address led agents to a P.O. box located in the San Fernando Valley, belonging to a company called Blessed Pictures. Whether Blessed Pictures is involved in creation and dissemination of the item's VHS films is unknown. See Investigation 13-HQ-612. The following is a list of all known films believed to have been shot by AI-80-UE. Shoot First, Die Last, unreleased. Coffee Bullet, Billy's First Car, Bike Hard, Delivery Disaster. Item was used in the filming of an unreleased western in 1988 on the Italian island of Sardinia. A cast member was killed during an on-set accident, stopping production. It is believed that the Blessed Pictures bought the camera when equipment from the shoot was sold at auction.
I want to see Bike Hard and Coffee Bullets. Environmental factors can factor in, but that doesn't mean the person was just predestined to become the CEO of racism because existence decided such. Why not? What did you say? Oh, I just responded to you. And if the amount of causes and subsequent effects are so complex as to mean the same box in which blah, 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 blah. Mako, out of curiosity, how many weird coincidences regarding, say, tarot divination would be needed for you to consider Occam's razor to be in favor of actual divination? See, the main thing for me is... some of it is Occam's razor, but some of it is like when something is so obviously just some shit a human made up. Like, oh yeah, I drew these like cards, and if I flip them in a certain way, it can predict the future. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't care, like, you would need... I don't even know what it would take to convince me of something that crazy. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not saying it's completely impossible, but I would need to, like, you'd have to do it to me, you know? You'd have to, like, I would have to see, like, you know, not just, like, oh, 60% of the time it worked in a way that would indicate that maybe something's going on here. It would need to be, like 90% up, I would start considering, okay, maybe you're onto something here. Like, this shit is never consistent. It's always, oh, there's this slight inclination when we do this, when we have this person say to think this thought or whatever. There's this slightly increased probability that this happens. It's always like a slight thing. It's never like a definitive...
Not statistically significant enough.
I think 60% would be a pretty crazy statistical anomaly.
60% is statistically significant.
It is.
Has it gotten to 60%?
It is, but like there's a level at which Occam's razor is still active, and Occam's razor would just say, well, you know, random chance does say that sometimes crazy statistics happen. And there's a certain point where the statistics get too crazy, and I'm not sure where that point is. Like, it's a gradient. Like, if it's 70%, I'd be like, okay, what's going on here? Like, did they actually... If it's like 80 or 90%, then I'm going to be like... And it's something I can verify. And by the way, when I say verify, again, you need to do it to me. Like, you need to read my future. Like, you need to read the day after my day. And you need to predict shit that, like, there's no way you were going to predict. And I need to see it because I don't trust anyone who says that happened. That's something so insane that I would need to have direct experience of it. Or have someone that I really trust have direct experience of it.
Can I say something about the whole tarot card thing real quick?
Yeah.
Tarot cards are inherently weighted on them being vague enough that you can interpret them to basically any situation you want. They are designed to win. But on the other note of them is that even if people could predict the future, I feel like tarot cards would be the most confusing and unreliable way to do so. Because if a individual can predict the future, that would require them to shuffle a deck in such a way that the 3 cards the other person has to draw, which they have to draw of their own decision making, and then interpret those 3 as a prediction. Or it's like you're putting a random chance of a card shuffle as well as another person's choices into your ability to predict the future. Do you not think that there is flaws and errors in being able to do that? If a person can individually choose to predict the future, I don't think they can do it through the medium of cardboard, like thin pieces of cardboard.
Jaden, you have not provided anything that, like, I don't know how to respond to you because, like, you're not really saying anything new. Third question, if I choose to evolve my level 1 Cosmog... okay. Is the possibility of the simulation of random chance an indicator of its possibility? I don't know. You don't talk about quantum mechanics, that's a different thing. Like, it really is a different thing. If quantum mechanics has nothing to do with the idea of free will, the way people think of it, like the way Jaden's thinking of it here. It's clear no one is coming. We're running out of ideas.
Hey, this is my character.
Oh, okay. Gibbs, I don't even remember who that is.
Where the first note we found of them was that, like, hey, the building kind of shifted and now we're stuck in a chasm. Hopefully people will show up soon. It's clear no one's coming. We're running out of ideas and supply. We tried going into the cave to find anything edible, but all we found were noxious gases and endless pits. The crystals only let us go one way, even though we could see the caves branched out. We did find some weird spiky pillar. We only got a glimpse of it before the astral spikes attacked. There were a few of them this time. We lost a lot of people. There are only 6 of us left. I didn't ask for this. We didn't want to come down here. I'm convinced something brought us here. The others say I'm going nuts, but it's clear that this was no house shift. Shifts slide a bathroom a sector over or rotate a hallway. They don't drop full divisions into some cave. We were brought here. I know it. But for what? Why tear us away from our lives just to torture us? If this is some sort of test or mission, then here's some advice for whoever's running it. Give out clear instructions next. I hope these notes are a good read for whatever ranger finds them. Fuck you. Put that in your report. Gibbs.
All that I think free will is, at the end of the day, it's just choice. And I find the idea that choice doesn't exist is just dumb, but you haven't explained why it's dumb. You've not at all explained, like, I've explained why I think it's dumb, that there is the possibility that you could do, like, it's cause and effect, man. You have not given an alternative to cause and effect. You need to do that if you want to argue that there's something other than cause and effect. You are arguing for something beyond the basics of what we understand about how reality works. And you're arguing for something that has no basis in logic. Since we don't know exactly how space-time works, it's hard to make comments on whether making a decision is just moving in a direction in the time dimension other than forward or backward. Yeah, but what agent is making that decision? What part of you is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go this way rather than that way? And it's like, okay, if you decided to go that way, then that's where you are. So how could you have done something different if you're there at that path? I know this sounds like so simple that it's almost paradoxical sounding, but I promise you, if you think about it, it's not. I swear to God.
Please take the nail. End of the world.
So I can't let the hiss take the nail. Not a problem. I know how to handle them.
You could watch the rest of that message.
Multiverse theory? Okay, this is another thing oh yeah, let me do that in a minute. The multiverse theory. Let me just...
The multiverse theory is dumb.
Well, it's also irrelevant for this. Okay, so let's say this is your timeline, but then multiverse, there's a choice here, it branches. First of all, what's causing this branch? If anything, it's quantum fluctuations, okay? And like, if this is a quantum fluctuation, your brain cell is like, pretend everything to the right of here is your brain cell, and it keeps going on for like a long time. Like, the size of a quantum fluctuation compared to your brain cell is so insignificant, it is like meaningless. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the multiverse theory, is that like, okay, sometimes one of the wavelengths in your brain will jiggle this way instead of that way. And maybe, you know, infinite timelines, infinite possibilities, maybe there's timelines where a bunch of these all jostled in such a specific way that your neurons ended up firing differently than they otherwise would have, because just like all of the fucking atoms that made up the neurons, they all just experience like random quantum fluctuations at the same time, just due to the sheer fact that everything possible will happen if there's infinite timelines. Is that really you deciding to do something different? Like, let's say the split happens, your brain cells get jostled, and in this direction you eat chocolate ice cream, in this direction you eat vanilla ice cream, so there's one of you over here. Okay, where are you? You're here. You chose chocolate? Did you control? Who is it that controlled this? Answer me that. What is it that controlled this? Like, that made the decision to enter this timeline instead of this timeline? Who decided to go to this timeline? What decided? What mechanism could possibly allow that? And if you say you, well, what are you? You are a collection of brain cells and quantum fluctuations. It's still like, this is just random, and you just end up on whatever timeline your consciousness ends up on.
Like, to also get into the idea of multiverse theory, it's like,
it's not free will.
The dumbness at the root of it being like, every decision has infinite number of possibilities, like every second. It's like, no. Even if we take into account that if there were multiple universes, there wouldn't be an infinite number of them every single decision. Like, think about it, like, people are like, there's a universe in which I shot you right now. Like, no there fucking isn't! Why would you have ever done that? That's a stupid thing to do, and you would never actually follow that impulse.
Well, that's what I was getting at with the idea that, like, maybe just if there's infinite possibilities of what quantum fluctuations could happen, there's some super obscure timeline where a bunch of things fluctuated in such a way that caused a bunch of chemical processes in your brain to fire off in a way that made you pull a trigger or something. Like, but I don't know if that's possible or not, but I think that's, I don't know.
People are not as varied as they think. Like, do you really think that your like personality is so loosely defined that there are times where you would choose something that is completely against your beliefs?
Yeah, like, the belief in free will is essentially the belief to make decisions that don't make any goddamn sense. Like, the belief in your ability to make decisions that why would you ever do this? Like, anytime you do a why the hell did I do this decision, you did it because something in your brain caused you to do it. And by you, I mean, there is no you, you're just the brain. Your brain reacted, and then the brain did it. That's you.
People can realize in post that decisions were bad, but nobody's ever made a decision and been like, there is no benefit to me doing this, and then did it. Like, I make jokes all the time that aren't funny, and people hate me for it. And it's just like, yeah, I realized that afterwards, but at the time, my brain was like, man, this is funny, people will love me for it.
Yeah, Shaq, that kind of paragraph. Now that that doesn't entirely mean a universe in which a different that message, I think, kind of, yeah. Again, basic thinking and choosing to act on thoughts. Thoughts are chemicals, signals in your brain.
Being on the fence does not prove anything. It just means that you took a longer time to come to the decision you were always going to come to.
Jaden, I know you're a Christian, so this is never going to make sense to you. I'm sorry. But, like, there is no you. There's just brain and the rest of the matter surrounding the brain.
I want to hit Jaden with this one. If humans have free will, how does God have a plan?
That is, yeah.
If humans are literally able to choose anything they want, how could we ever come close to anything abiding a plan? If there was a plan, it meant that we don't have free will because we have to abide by the plan. If we have if we do have free will, there's no plan that can be followed.
God's belief is honestly bullshit.
Okay, good. I can appreciate that you at least have at least you aren't somebody who's just gonna like brush it off. That you do actually have a belief on that.
Yeah. Jaden, I gotta roast your religion again because I just want to say this is what I tried twice to get to, and then I got distracted before I actually finished my point both times. But like what I was saying earlier about how, like, you know, let's say someone is born in a low-income environment and they end up doing a bunch of crime. You know, they were statistically more likely to do crime. It's not just that they were statistically more likely. It's that like they were gonna do it because like things happened to them that made them do the crime. They were born in a certain place, and the place happened to them, and they did it. It's like they are molecules in a river. Okay, And then, like, the idea that, and I know you don't believe in hell the way other Christians do, but, like, the idea that someone who was born in a bad place and ended up doing something bad because they were statistically more likely to do it, that they deserve to burn in hell for all of eternity, is so irrational and so psychotic. Because, like, they didn't have a choice. Like, you're born and you're just destined for hellfire. It's psychotic.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I have to go. I gotta go attend the TF2 thing because it's Thursday. I didn't realize it's been going on so long.
God damn it. Well, I'm gonna watch this with you, and then I guess I'll find a save point or something. I think I'm near one.
Okay, doke.
End of the world.
I snuck into the Foundation through a back door I know. Had to get ahead of the hiss. Just a matter of bypassing the ritual protections. Luckily, the board's as distracted as the rest of the Bureau. I had to put on a brave face up there, but the situation is the worst I've ever seen. We're getting back on our feet, but we've already lost so much. Trench is dead. Darling is somewhere. I'm the only one left. But I still have a job to do. Keep the hiss back. There's not enough HRAs to spare, so I'll have to make do with what I've got. Frankly, I don't even know what will happen if the hiss take the nail. Trench made it sound like it'd be the end of the world. He was never one to exaggerate. Well,
yeah, it might be bad.
Orders are orders, even if they come from a dead man.
I think posthumously orchestrating stuff is always cool.
Yeah. Also, you did miss the direction for getting to the film projector, the film camera.
This way?
Yeah, it was back, and then you had to go down instead of through the doorways.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm 30 minutes late for that stream.
Oh, you didn't mention that. All right, well, you can go now. There's a save point right over here.
Alright, this was fun talking to you all. Hopefully we get a little bit further next time.
It's every time I play this, I don't know what it is about this game that the stun locks happen.
It's a game. Turn around. Okay, you could, if you're going to the safe one, that's fine. But yeah, it was in that room. You go down the stairs instead.
Oh, okay. I'll not remember that.
I'll remember it for you. Alright, well, yeah, this was fun. Glad talking with all of you.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't think read chat. Yeah, like the God's plan thing and free will is inherently contradictory. I also have to leave. As frustrating as it was, this debate was a little fun. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if there's anything we can do, because, like, for you to acknowledge me is probably, what I'm saying is probably would require to, like, shatter a lot of things. I mean, you already don't believe in hell, so, like, you're, you know, you don't believe that people deserve to be tortured for all of eternity because they were born in low-income environments, is what I'm saying. Which is what people who believe in hell believe in, because you were born there. More likely to do crime, and more likely, it does not mean like more likely to make the choice. It means more likely is our prediction of a thing that is going to happen in our timeline. Even if you think there's multiple timelines, it's like that's us predicting what is going to definitely happen in our timeline. And there's only one way to go about it. Not a MAGA Christian. You ain't my mom. Ah, yeah. It still really fucks me up that over 2/3 of Christians, or over 2/3 of Americans believe in hell. Is it over? It's around 2/3. The number will decrease over time. Maybe it's not exactly right to think that you have to shatter his beliefs to get him to understand. Well, the idea that there's no such thing as free will, it is not as much to him because he doesn't believe in hell, but it completely breaks, like, the belief in hell. You cannot possibly... Well, first of all, you can't possibly believe in hell if you have a heart at all. But, like, if you believe in determinism, you cannot believe in hell because, you know, people were destined to make the choices they made. So how could you punish someone for deciding to be bad if they had no choice in the matter? They were just always going to be bad. It's... Again, like, you're born in a low-income environment, you suffer for all of eternity. It's not... This is why I say determinism is a more empathetic belief system. I just assume people don't think that far, or they think it's subjective. What's subjective? Am I gonna, play something else? Probably should. Been live for 2.5 hours. Like, I definitely have more streaming in me. But the question is what? Face would be short. But the Christian just left. I don't know if I feel like Faith right now. I kind of want to just do like a little bit of TF2. Maybe open some pumpkin crates or whatever. Do I though? I would feel kind of sad playing TF2 at the same time Avery is, but not actually playing with them. I'm not gonna play the finals. Not that Billy is here to complain anyway. See, honestly, half the reason I've been having trouble getting... There's 3 reasons I've been having trouble getting through Control. 1, sometimes my mood is so shit that I don't feel like it. 2, Avery's not available. Like, what's happening right now. 3, the chat's unlocked. Every time. Every time, I really don't... I just don't know why. It happens to me a lot, but especially this game. I'm gonna play a little bit of TF2. And we can just chat. Because hard materialism is bad and wrong and stinky. I just think it's weird that it's not the default thing to believe in. Like, people can have different opinions, people can have different ideas, but I feel like hard materialism, like... Let me make sure I'm not misusing this, because everything we've talked about, people have different definitions for. Materialism. Philosophical theory that all things, including mental states and consciousness, are the result of material interactions. I feel like this is just a question of, do you think matter and consciousness are the same thing? Materialism, the doctrine that nothing exists except matter and its movements and modifications, so that consciousness is matter. I guess, but I don't know. There's also the thing that I'm having trouble thinking about right now for some reason. We're gonna be right back. Enjoy the organ music, and we'll play some TF2. Yeah, what the fuck are thoughts? Okay, the thing that really gets me is, how is it possible to feel good or bad about things? Like, what is the brain doing that makes you feel good? And some people might say, like, well, Mako, it's not the brain, it's your soul, or whatever, but, like, you still... What's your explanation, bub? You got one? No? Then let me wonder about mine. It's like, it's just a question of, is it like a digital thing, like the equivalent of a computer? Like, is the mental state separate from the physical, or is it I think you probably know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of how to say it for some reason. What is the brain doing that it produces the experience of consciousness? I don't think it does that. I don't believe the brain is capable of creating something as fundamental as the sensation of existence. I think the universe just perceives itself to exist, but it can only really do so in a meaningful way when it is in the shape of organisms who are able to perceive their environment. I think, I don't know why red is the color red. I don't know why good things feel good. I don't know things like that. I don't know how the hell the brain produces pain. It sounds a little like dualism, Mac. You're thinking the opposite. Or am I... Okay, is materialism... am I confusing materialism and non-dualism? I might be. That might be what... Because I knew this was going to happen if we started talking about this. We can't fathom everything about the construction of reality. Perhaps it doesn't matter. I think it matters. I think it matters a lot, actually. I don't even know what dualism is. Dualism is... I'm gonna Google this one again. Okay, yeah. Dualism is the idea that the mind is non-physical, that it is like something that is like maybe I don't know. New dual-wield weapons. Non-dualism versus non-duality versus materialism. So these are different things, I think. How is non-reductive materialism different from dualism? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I don't know where Am I non-dualist? Non-duality. What does non-duality mean? Because I'm pretty sure I've identified as a non-dualist. Non-duality is a way of living life whereby in each moment you feel your interconnectedness with everyone and everything around you. It's not just a philosophy or any... Okay, well that's... I mean in the belief. Emphasizes the absence of fundamental duality or separation in existence. Yeah. I'm a non-dualist because I don't think there's individual selves inside each of our brains. I think the brain just creates the illusion of a self. But that's different from, like, how it creates consciousness. Kinda, it's related, but it's fucking... I'm gonna stream Fortress 2. I will be right back and then we will play this. Okay. Is the truth of total interconnectivity proof of the absence of any kind of individuality? At the fundamental level, yes. I think we are very separate, but not entirely separate in terms of consciousness. Alright, let's look at what contracts we got. So, Ghoul Pit. I'm not gonna remember these. Oh boy. Just do all of them. I I don't feel like fine-tuning the search just to match every single one of my, like, 13 different contracts. I really hate how the contract system works in this game. I'm, like, trying to decide whether or not I'm done with the subject. Armageddon. Bread. Evil bread. Yeah, like, I still don't understand subjective experience. Like, why does red look like red and why does blue look like blue? What the hell is the brain doing that creates these colors and assigns them to these wavelengths? How is it displaying? How is it choosing to display, like, this and that and, like... Is it just how they contrast with each other? Or, like, I don't get it. I do not get it at all. I'm gonna try to Mario Garden. I'm gonna do very, very badly. Oh. That was not the worst series of rocket jumps I've ever done. I mean, they weren't good, but like... What the fuck? He's not dying. He's not dying. Get me out of here. Oh god. There's danger all around me. Medic. Imagine. I'm not gonna... Do I even feel like playing this game? It just occurred to me, do I even feel like playing this game right now? I'm gonna try demo. I'm gonna try full demo night, and I don't fucking know why. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Check's working on the pizza mission. I might have a sandwich later. What? Okay. Why'd that make like a bonk sound? Health. Got your medic. Got your medic. Okay, that worked out better than I feel like it probably should have. Are we feeding the bread in a second here? Oh. Hop on in there. Did I do it? No, I still have 13 things at the bottom left I'm supposed to deposit. I've been making real quick to give Mako good blue sky news. Got 100k. No, it got 500,000. But yeah. Where am I supposed to deposit these thingies I have? Oh, I think that just happened when I was near that, I guess? I don't know, I still have 9. The Soul Gargoyle. I have a contract, that's right, you just turn in. Oh no. Get away from me! What? Did I see the Team Fortress legal department pop up? Well, did you... Yeah, stand near the portal back. Okay, yeah, that's what was happening at the end there. Hang on, this is possible. Who won? Yeah, I don't want to do that one twice in a row. Alright, chat. Go away. What am I gonna get? Never mind. We'll look later. I should put this in the stream, because apparently I am playing this game for a little bit. Pit of Death. Oh, I'm pretty sure I remembered hating this one. I want a Widowmaker. Bird up. Check ordered the pizza. Wait, isn't it like 2 a.m.?
Hello. That engineer's a spy. There's more where that came
Well, gotta love the
I got a boner, guys. What should I do?
the pre-round dialogues.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get moving!
Yeah.
I relax your anus.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for one more excuse to mute the voice chat, and then I'm gonna mute the voice chat. I was looking at you.
Oh.
My heart just skipped a fucking beat because I felt something tickling the back of my ankle, and I looked down and I saw a shadow move across my foot in such a way that I thought there was something on me. But I think it was just a hair brushing my leg.
Well, that's nice.
Oh yes, this fucking map. Just do that, I guess. I need some armor. Rest in peace. Those bombs. I thought that was alive. That's merely a dead.
That works.
I have the fireball spell. I leave for 3 goddamn seconds. We can rebuild them. We've already rebuilt them. Damn it, my flick shots are not... Maybe I shouldn't be flick shotting. Got him. I should play Huntsman Sniper so you guys can hear what it sounds like when I hit someone with an arrow. It's like the deepest got him you will ever hear. Where are these fuckers? Well, I'm gonna deposit my 2 cents. Hurts in here. I am speedy quick. I do like to believe the Sentry is proud of each time to hit someone with that mini got him. Yeah, that's the Sentry's voice. You know what? That's pretty good. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. By the way, this is never getting an exit built. Like, why build a teleporter exit when a spy is just going to destroy it? I don't know. Like, what's the fucking point? Like, why shower when you're just gonna get dirty? I thought I walked through that guy. I guess I didn't. Have you been keeping up with the Sonic stuff? No, not at all. I know Keanu Reeves' Shadow, that's about it. Oh, we seem to be winning pretty good. Ooh. That guy's going places.
Sentry going up.
Where the hell is the metal? That's a spy. That's mine. Where's the metal? There will be metal here. That spy did not need to walk in front of that crit. Oh, did I just get market gardened? I didn't even realize what happened to me. He's failed us, chat. The whole Shadow Dark Beginnings animation. Oh, what are you? SXSG? I don't know what you're. I don't know what any of these words mean. Oh, I can't wait to have a sandwich after the stream. It's gonna be on a pretzel roll. I know who you are! The fucking dog meme, I know what you are. Well, the upshot is Sonic X Shadow Generations, the trailers for the game, and the animated prequel series. Oh yeah, I heard about Sonic Shadow Generations at some point, I think.
Heavy, get moving, you fat piece of shit!
If I just have it like here, where it's not gonna bother no one. I just Minecraft water bucketed that Sentry.
Where are we now?
He's idle. He's not like fat of body. He's fat of mind and spirit. He's not doing anything. He's AFK.
Sure.
Weighs heavily upon him. to man meditate?
I'm gonna turn off voice chat just in case. Like, it just occurred to me that, like, they could just say the N-word, and I couldn't be able to stop them. Alright, I'm gonna be the sniping man. You guys like my sign? Missed the shot. Fat of mind and spirit. Yeah. I got him muted though, because I'm not risking it. Yeah, I wonder if this is... Please kill him. Wait, that's gut! I didn't even realize that was Geico. I just see this teammate walking toward me with murderous intent. Turns out it's not a teammate. Did you guys hear that? Got him. Beast Charger. I love the setting of this game where you can like control the pitches of those.
Nice shot.
I feel like I could afford that one to be a little bit lower. Hang on a second. Blast hit sound low pitch. Wait, what? Blast hit sound low damage. Oh wait, yeah, I know what I'm doing. That's bomb. Why did you come from that direction? Try that. God, but it has a right. I can't remember this for shit. By the way, I have good shot bound to left click. I don't even know how to undo it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I did it a long time ago. And it's only as sniper. What, Geico? Why are you disguised as an... Yeah, I'm just gonna return to the spawn at that point. Damn, we're doing bad. I just saw you, civilian. Why are you disguised as an... The fact that the spy body falls out as well is like completely useless to even ever do that. Okay, that wasn't Geico, but it's still funny. Hello. That's cool. Misdirection. Well, see, that might work if you drop the pyro corpse when you died, but no, you just turn into the spy, and then there's just a spy corpse there. So it's just like, oh, I guess he's using the dead ringer. Damn. We can like barely get out of our spawn. I'm second place on my team and I'm 7 and 14. Oh my god. The pyro's acting so much like a slide. We ain't winning this one. I just want to go to a different map. Whatever.
Good shot, mate. Nice shot. Fine shot, mate.
I'm not good at sniper. I'm gonna find a new game. Oh, oh, there we go.
Nice shot.
Alright, it's Harvest.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Avery and Penrose hate this map, but I don't mind it. I am gonna be one of those guys that tries to mark the garden on Harvest. Where are the red men? Oh. Why did I say no?
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Come here. Damn it.
Promise not to bleed on my suit and I'll kill you quickly.
Why was that so low pitch? Why was that so low pitch? Is that like an item that does that? What was that? Promise not to bleed on my suit and I'll kill you quickly. That was a broken gun! The fucking pyro vision goggles spy just walking straight forward and hoping, oh god, get me away from the fire. I didn't hear the first part of that sentence. I'm a bird. Got a raccoon on me. Ringtail representation. Please tell me that was not an enemy sentry that I just heard in the vault. No! You got the crit. 40% crit chance on these weapons, by the way. Why'd they do it like that? Yeah, I kinda landed on my head. I always swing slightly too late. But it's really hard to do it when you're going straight down on them. You want to hit them from the side usually.
We have secured the control point.
I want the health. I want the health. I have bird voice lines. Oh god. There's like multiple. I thought it was just the one. No! Could you imagine? Oh, I just a little bit too late. Crazy how that pyro kept following you earlier, yeah. Oh, you're not. I thought that was you. Down here. There we go. Get me out of here! The fungus. Pythonator. I actually don't remember which pyro you're talking about. Get the fu- Just barely overshot. No! Oh, I hit the lip of the window. It didn't count!
Mission ends in 60 seconds. We have lost the control point.
He didn't even realize what happened to him. Thank you for the ghost assist. Uh-oh. Yeah, now what are you gonna do, huh? I got scared faster than you did, which means I got over it. That's the secret, the confidence. Uh-oh. You gotta be kidding. Okay, well, this one now. Geico, you really oh my god, that was you that made the mini stench. You really did, you really did that to me.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Fine shot, mate. Good shot, mate. Nice shot.
Man.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Single turret shot.
We have lost the control point.
Nice shot. Fine shot, mate.
I just want to hit one arrow.
Good shot, mate. Nice shot. Good shot, mate. Fine shot, mate. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's the pitch I was looking for. There we go.
Fine shot, mate.
We have secured 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Victor.
We did it.
Good shot, mate. Fine shot, mate.
Almost got me with the Frontier Justice crit. Alright, well, since everyone always just does the same one over and over, let's, Alright, but more importantly... How many of these do I have? 2. Fine. I keep thinking it's gonna take longer. I don't know why. Oh... Wait, I thought I had Halloween maps. Well, while we're here, the amount of soldiers on this team... This is where men are made. Damn it. No one has even moved the carts, like, at all. Like, they could, but they're just not even... I know that's normal, but it's like... They haven't even accidentally moved them at all, is what I'm saying. You need to make it easier to stream snipe. You can't just join. I need to queue for your map and hope I get your server. Really? Man, that's, annoying. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna, I think I could, if you want to be on my team, we could just, like, I could just make a party real quick. I'm not gonna be on Hightower anymore, that's enough of that. Alright, chat. More importantly, though, what am I gonna get? The scaly scrapers. Probably not gonna use that. What am I gonna get? Okay. Power craze compels you to get the snazzy exercising outfit. How does that look on Spy? Yeah. Suppose we'll go with that. I'm not buying keys. I'm not buying keys. Alright, one more. Oh yeah, take that. That's why I got Hightower. Okay. Faith reference. Carnival of Carnage. Do I have an available contract for this one? I feel like I might.
Get your tickets if you dare.
I don't know which one this is. Unroll. Oh, I do have it. We can earn another little treat basket. What is my... I just get... yeah. Found the Hershey bar. I'm sorry, what is this game mode? What?
Tickets are on sale again.
He... Damn it. Keep your war paint crates then, since I overpaid for the last patch. I just don't feel like doing any of the things you're saying, I'm sorry. I just don't feel like it. What's happening?
Balloon head spell. And that's just a taste of the spells I'm getting a lot of buzz from some pretty big magical universities right now. I don't want to name drop. Hogwarts is very controlled.
I wish I was healthy. There we go. Yeah. Is Pyro the solution? Or is it the problem? I mean, if it's the problem, what is the solution? I think the solution is having a shotgun. You're not gonna get me with that. How did that miss? I don't know how this map works at all. There's a mini sentry, fuck it, I don't know. No. No. I don't have the patience to walk slowly. I wish he kept shooting. I keep messing up easy reflects. I'm probably gonna play for like no more than half an hour and then end the stream. I've kind of like I was ready to continue the stream up until the point where I actually opened this game, and then ever since I started this game, I've been like, wait, I kind of am done streaming, but I already opened the game, so I might as well play the game for a little bit actually.
Ticket to a kill-crazy realm of bumper cars and murder. That's right. You just got Marasmus.
Got Erasmus.
Falling platforms. Ooh, there, that one.
Being cautious. Oh, I thought it was that's the only one that was falling, not that that's the one that doesn't fall.
Here it is! Hurry, you fools, hurry!
Not everyone made it. How's it going over here? Wait, what? I'm just not gonna question that, I guess. Oh. Can I revive again? I just have to like touch a teammate? Oh. Okay.
Oh! It's that one! Go, 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 go!
Come on. Oh god. We did it! I did it. What a weird map. Oh, I forgot you can boo as a ghost.
3, 2, 1!
Ah, fuck it. They're gonna have a mini sentry again.
I don't have time to wait for all of you to die.
And yet, I'm doing this anyway.
You there, Devil Man! Bomb someone!
No. Yeah, okay. Guess I'm here now. Better red than dead.
Tickets are available for pickup. They've got the tickets. Here.
I got hit by a magic spell. Basically a BFG in this game.
The enemy team's on the lift, you fools!
Guy's going crazy. Where did your ass come from? What's he doing? Oh, now Blue's the one with the okay.
Incoming spell!
Shit ain't working. We have 4 pyro. Hello.
Balloon heads! Just a little spell I cooked up last night.
Oh god.
You can't make these heads into balloons? Well, maybe you should cry hot tears into your stupid beard, because Marasmus is the best! Fine shot, mate.
Oh right, you have to. There's like a. Never mind, it doesn't matter.
The tickets are yours. Now get to the top of the ride.
Magic. Damn it. I'm really not good at this game. Except sometimes. I'm always either just like terrible or like near the top of the scoreboard. Usually terrible.
Because now you're about to bump Marasmus's amusement! Hold on to your skull hats, everyone! Don't fall off the track, mortals.
Oh.
Bonzo's hungry tonight. Especially for you, Spy. Bonzo loves French food.
So, we just like knock them off? What's the objective here exactly? I didn't, fuck. I thought I had the fireball. What happened to my fireball? Why did it make me go up when I cast my spell? Oh. This game is wild.
I've Move the ducks.
Bonus ducks. Oh. No.
The ducks have moved.
We both knocked each other off. Eh. Okay, okay.
The ducks have moved, mortals.
What do the ducks do? Oh, we're just getting ducks. Oh, we're losing really hard at the duck getting.
Now the ducks are over there.
Now the ducks are over there.
I am the king of Australia.
We're good.
The ducks have moved elsewhere.
I think we're gonna lose.
You lose.
Fantastic. How am I only at 36 out of 100? I am doing terribly. Maybe I'll just be done for now. Maybe I've had enough wackitude. Predicted correctly. Yeah, they were at 199 out of 200, and I was like, my keen statistical skills allows me to prognosticate a failure in my near future. I will see you guys maybe Sunday. I need to get through Control, so maybe a 3 PM or a 6 PM Control stream. See. We'll see. Tuesday at 3, I'll do whatever I can do. And that's, yeah. Thank you for watching. I don't know whether or not to apologize for that stun locking that happened earlier. It's just, is it stun locking or is it just part of my stream? I don't know. Maybe I need to not get interrupted as much though. I need to get through this game. So in the future, I will try to not fall into non-dualist debate as often. Maybe.